up, everyone? Marc Lobliner, CEO, MTS Nutrition, Chief Marketing Officer, TigerFitness.com, and IFBB Pro. So, we get this question all the time. People come to me like, hey, should I do cardio while I'm losing weight and then start weight training after I've lost my weight? Or should I weight train to start? So the answer is actually different than videos I've done on this in the past, because science evolves. I'm not talking about the science like the CDC or the government talks about. I'm talking about actual peer-reviewed data on athletes, sedentary people, and all populations. What we have found is that to lose weight, diet is critically important to getting weight off. More important than cardio. Whereas after you've lost the weight and you're trying to keep the weight off, exercise, meaning cardio, weight training, and overall activity levels, is as important or more important than diet. Obviously, it all plays a role, but we found that keeping weight off is activity related more so, but losing the weight is that deficit, creating that caloric deficit, so diet related. So the question is, if you're dieting, which should you do, cardio or weight training? The answer has not changed. The answer is both. Cardio, let's say low intensity, steady state, and I won't get into a big debate about low intensity versus high intensity, but I will give you some pointers onto where and when to use each of them. That'd be another video. But look at it this way. Weight training helps to build muscle. It also has other health benefits, such as increasing your GLUT4 to help with glucose metabolism and insulin sensitivity. And it also helps to strengthen bones, so as you age, you're not susceptible to things like osteoporosis and other degenerative diseases. So weight training is critical in so many ways. It also has tons of neurological benefits, as does cardio. So if you had to choose, if you had a gun to your head and you said, hey, should you do weight training or should you do cardio for losing fat or for losing weight? I'm gonna choose weight training every day of the week. However, cardio has significant benefits for heart health, for lipids, for all of that good stuff, even brain health, circulation. So I'm gonna actually tell you to do cardio or some form of activity getting your cardiovascular system, aside from weight training, going every single day. So for my clients, I usually recommend 30 minutes of cardio every day. I used to not do that, but as I've grown and I've learned more and science has progressed, I do think that everybody should do 30 minutes of activity. Now, it doesn't have to be exhausting, monotonous, and boring treadmill work. You can also go on walks. You could do 10-minute walks, as Stan Efferding and Marc Bell talk about. You can park further away from the entrance at the grocery store. I just want 30 minutes of activity, of movement, of cardiovascular movement and exercise. And it doesn't have to be intentional. It doesn't have to be on a treadmill. It doesn't have to be on a step mill. After you eat lunch, you go on a little walk around the neighborhood, maybe a walk around the office park. But weight training does wonderful things in that as you build muscle, although the muscle's ability to burn, like people are like, oh, lift weights will increase your metabolism, muscle burns all this fat, all these calories. It's actually not as significant as we once thought. However, what weight training does, in addition to building muscle, puts your body in a better environment to be able to uptake nutrients, to be able to burn fat, to put yourself in that state. So another thing is, if you've ever seen people who don't activate their fast twitch muscles, I've never seen a marathon runner with an amazing body. I just haven't. I've seen people who run marathons with amazing bodies, but I've never seen a champion marathon runner with an amazing body. However, I have seen sprinters, male and female, with amazing bodies. I've seen bodybuilders, male and female, with amazing bodies. There is benefit to activating your fast twitch muscles. If you don't want to be skinny fat, if you don't want to look like a bag of bones, if you want to have tone and definition to your body, if you want to look great, if you want to do more for your health, at the end of the day, weight training didn't give you that. Running or any kind of over cardio activity like marathoning is going to cause tremendous stress on the joints. Tremendous stress. I believe, now I'm going to round out. I've seen different data. It's about 10 times your body weight in force every step you take when you run. So if I weigh 200 pounds, that's 2,000 pounds of force on your knees, on your ankles, on your back, every step you take. When you weight train, how many of you guys deadlift 2,000 pounds? Not that many. Now, if you weight train within your range of abilities, if you weight train safe with proper form, I will venture to say, I will go on a limb and say that for overall joint integrity health, weight training is safer than long distance running. So, with that said, when you're trying to lose fat, excuse me, I recommend doing cardio and weight training. I recommend weight training 4, 5, or 6 days a week. For most people, 4 is the sweet spot. And I recommend training at a level where you are challenging yourself. Basically, if you could do 12 reps, if you really, really push going to failure, do 10. That's what I consider working hard. So I like that 4 to 6 days a week. Always take at least 1 day off. As for cardio, I recommend you do it every single day. Which is better for fat loss? Again, diet, cardio, and weight training play a role. But doing them all is the way to go. Get your diet right, get your training right, get your cardio right. Cardio is more so to create a caloric deficit so you can eat more food. Okay, so if you're burning 200 calories from cardio, theoretically, you should be able to eat more food and still lose fat because you're creating that deficit from burning it rather than not eating it. So you're still creating that deficit. Now, as for high intensity cardio, if you're doing only cardio, do high intensity cardio. However, if you're weight training 4 or more days a week, a lot of people, including myself, when I do high intensity cardio, I have trouble recovering from my weight workouts because high intensity cardio exhausts your nervous system as well as your muscular system. So for me to burn those extra calories, I would rather do low intensity steady state cardio, such as going for a walk, using my True Form treadmill, etc., maybe going for a nice bike ride, going swimming. Those are all great forms of cardio. Now, a mile of running or a mile of walking is going to burn around the same amount of calories. However, obviously running takes less time. So for a mile, it takes about 20 minutes to walk. Most people can run it in about 7 or 8. So it's literally half the time to burn the same amount of calories. So the main difference is how much time it takes. Because if you're weight training, you don't need to activate all the enzymes and all those cool things that high intensity cardio activates, because you're already doing that with weight training. I hope I am explaining it clear enough. So there's the video, there's the answer. Hopefully you like this video. If you like this video, I hope you did. I want you to like it, thumbs up, whatever it is. Subscribe to this channel, click on the notification bell, and share this with everyone you know. Thank you so much for watching. One more thing, if you need supplements, I want you to go to tigerfitness.com and I want you to support me. We have the Outright bars, we have MTS Nutrition, Ambrosia, 015 Nutrition, Pump Chasers, great brands, awesome stuff. Thank you so much for watching. I'm Marc Lobliner. That's not a game.
Look, bro, Ambrosia's Kinetic is back in stock. This is the only mushroom pre-workout on the market, and literally this is all you need.
Don't need it. I just get mushrooms from the grocery store.
The type of mushrooms that I'm talking about, you can't buy in the grocery store. You need a shaman. Nah, but seriously though, reishi, cordyceps, lion's mane, they do so many things. Antioxidants, not to mention the raw power that you're gonna get from the creatine. You're not gonna get this with that.
I don't eat creatine. I just eat steak.
So you'll need a few pounds of steak for the amount of creatine that we put in here.
It's all right, bro. I like steak.
Listen, man, the type of focus that you get from the ginseng, the neurofactor, the coffee bean, you're not getting that without Kinetic.
I get all the energy I need From coffee.
That's not enough caffeine. You're not going to get the same energy.
For energy, I get white powder right here.
You've lost your mind, but I still love you. Let's go train. I don't care what you're saying. We're taking Kinetic. This is all we need. Let's get out of here.